CBS presents this program in color.
Thank you. Well, Tommy, here we are back for the first season, right?
Yeah, right.
Now we're back for the second season.
That's...
Caught you, didn't I? But it's always exciting. It's always exciting to start a new season with all the new shows and everything, isn't it?
That is true, and I'm very
exciting.
I'm quite frankly, I'm very excited. Boy, a new season. Wow, whoopee! I've been glued to my set all this whole season, watching it and overwrought with excitement, watching for all the new shows.
You really like the new shows, don't you?
Oh boy, General Custer masquerading the Indians and a flying nun and a little boy whose best friend is a bear and a cowboy in Africa. Boy, there's all kinds of exciting shows.
Tommy, you're really proud of this new season, aren't you?
Oh yes, Dickie Smothers.
Good.
I think it's a privilege and a shame to be part of it.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour with guest stars Janet Leigh, Pete Seeger, Pat Paulson, special guest star Bobbie Gentry, the Jimmy Joy Singers, the Louis Dupont Dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. Brought to you by from Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Okay, play Magic Fingers. We'd like to start off the new season by singing a very beautiful Broadway show song. It's a song from the Broadway show Paint Your Wagon. It's the very beautiful I Talk to the Trees. I talk to the trees and they never listen to me. I talk to the stars but they never hear me. The breeze hasn't time to stop and hear what I say. I talk to them all in vain. But suddenly my words reach someone else's.
Stupid song. I'll sing it anyway.
What did you say?
Stupid song, but I'll sing it. I don't want you angry. I just want you to know that it's a stupid, dumb song. Every time I hear that song, I really think it's stupid.
You really pick a nice time to tell me about it.
I wanted to surprise you.
It is not a stupid song.
It's a stupid song.
It
It's
is
a
not.
dumb show and a
Wait a
stupid song. It's a silly,
minute.
boring show
Tommy,
with
that
a...
show's a very popular show and in a very popular song. So
Well,
you're obviously off base.
It's a dumb show.
Have you seen the show? Have you seen the show?
It is laced
Have
with...
you seen it? Answer yes or no. Have you?
Let me say...
Have you? Have you seen the show?
It's a dumb...
Have you seen it?
I'm an American. I don't have to see something to know it's dumb. And if anybody
All right,
connected
I
with
can't
a
argue
song
with
like
logic.
that, it's got to be pretty weird.
Oh, and now anybody who even saw the show is weird.
Is dumb and stupid. Anybody that's even connected with the show's got to be pretty strange.
I agree with you, Tommy, because the show happens to be about a young man very much like yourself.
Maybe I spoke a little hastily.
Maybe. The show is about a young man like my brother. He's young and shy and timid, but he's in love. He's in love for the very first time. And he doesn't know how to go about telling his sweetheart that he loves her. He longs for the courage to be able to walk up to her one day and take her by the hand, look deeply into her eyes and say very simply and truthfully, my darling, I love you. I love you very much. And I only hope and pray that one day you may grow to love me just half as much as I love you now.
I will.
Because we But he couldn't do that. Of course he couldn't go up. He couldn't tell a living soul of his great love. But he did a beautiful thing, very humble thing. He went out into the country, out into the countryside where no one could see him and no one could hear him. And he tried to communicate with Mother Nature's wise old trees. And he talked to these trees, and he told the trees of his great love, his wonderful love, his very first love. And this was a beautiful thing.
He's weird, Dick. Some guy's sneaking off into the bushes to talk to trees.
You with your stupid mind would think that it was
Boy,
weird.
you said he snuck out into the... You said he
not.
went out where no one could see him or hear him.
He didn't sneak.
Some guy out in the forest sneaking around.
Oh, hi there, Tree. Shh, no one's supposed to know I'm here. How's Mrs. Tree and all the little bushes?
A guy like that would talk to a fire hydrant.
Will you...
Hi there, fire hydrant. You know the tree over here? You have a lot in common.
Oh, just saw somebody I know
now don't
over
change
there.
the subject. You were up here.
Hi there.
Who's you?
It's a Cherry. Hi, Cherry. Used to be a tree, didn't you?
Will you
Who's
just
your
be quiet for
fat
just...
friend?
Now, Tommy, will you stop?
Used to be a tree, didn't you, Fatty?
Of course it's...
See what happens? You hang around with the wrong
Oh,
people.
shut up! You are crass, crude, unfeeling, insensitive, and anything. You're the callowest, shallowest person I ever met in my entire life. You're so stupid, you don't even know when to be stupid.
Yeah.
You stand up here and you totally destroy a beautiful work of art, a beautiful song. You big fat head, you have your brain, and you've got the brain of an elephant. I'll never forget that. You know, Tom, I'm looking at you. I think right now, I finally understand. I mean, after all these years, I understand. I think I understand why some animals eat their young.
Touchy, Dickie, touchy.
Touche. Touche. Now, you just stand here. Do you understand? You stand here and don't open your mouth for a minute. Well, I was going to say at this point in the show that we're very happy to be back with our second season here on CBS television, and I think I'll say it anyway, even because...
Yeah, and we hope that every week you'll keep turning on with us.
That's We're especially proud of our first show this season. We're very proud to have with us the very lovely Janet Leigh. She's back again for the second time. And
we're both especially proud to have tonight a man we admire very much.
That's right.
America's great troubadour and singer of songs for the people, Mr. Pete Seeger.
And we have another guest we're very proud to have with us tonight. Now, if you've heard the record, the Ode to Billy Joe, then
who hasn't? I mean, it's a good song.
It is.
I know I haven't, but I know from Paint Your Wagon, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Did you like the show?
Thought that the show was dumb.
Okay. Well, then, if you've heard the song, you're as excited as we are to meet the young lady who wrote and recorded the song. She comes from Chickasaw County, Mississippi. Her name is Bobbie Gentry, and she'll be singing the Ode to Billy Joe later on in the show. But right now, with the Louis de Prawn dancers, let's meet Miss Bobbie Gentry.
Folks got something going, 'cause your boola. I'm talking about that way. I'm talking about your boola. I'm talking about that weed.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see one of life's most embarrassing moments. It happens to all men once in a while when they dress in haste and leave something unzipped. Now you see behind me a young couple on their first date. The young lady has just discovered this oversight and doesn't know how to go about telling it.
Tommy, I've discovered something very personal about you, and I don't quite know how to go about telling you.
Just go ahead and tell me.
I mean, a lot of girls wouldn't bring it up,
Yeah.
especially on the first date, but I'm just going to come right out and tell you.
Good, I appreciate that.
I mean, most girls wouldn't say anything, but I think you're the kind of boy who would like to be told.
That's right, I'd like to be told.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to tell you.
Good, what is it?
I can't tell you.
You can't just bring it up and drop it like that. What is it?
It's not important.
It must be important. You made such a big fuss over it. Now, what is it?
No, I'd rather not discuss it.
Please, I'm very curious. Our first
No,
date.
it's really much too embarrassing, and I'd just rather drop the subject.
Let's order then.
Tommy, I have discovered something very personal about you, and I don't quite know how to tell you.
What is it? What is it? Tell me what it is. Do I have bad breath?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a relief. Dandruff or anything like that?
No, I wish it were. No, Tommy, did you read Ivanhoe?
No, I didn't.
Little Women?
Tell me about Ivanhoe.
In Ivanhoe, there was this castle, and with a big iron gate, and this tremendous iron gate barred the castle, and it was always kept shut. Well, one night, by mistake, they forgot to lock the gate, and it was very embarrassing.
I'm crazy about that story. I gotta read that book. It's a really good story.
Let me put it this way. When I was a little girl, we had rabbits.
Oh, wonderful.
And we kept those rabbits in the backyard. And one day, I was very careless, and I forgot to close the gate on the hutch. And the gate had a zipper, and I forgot to zip up the hutch. And it was very embarrassing.
It's a weird hutch you got. I don't know what you're getting at, but you're not getting it. Boy, that's weird.
Well,
Zipper on the hutch.
we'll just drop it.
Okay, sure, I'll say drop it, and you'll probably just bring it up again.
Oh,
And
no,
then
no,
say
no, I
drop it.
promise. I won't talk any more about it.
Okay, then it's dropped?
Right, dropped.
It's dropped completely?
Dropped. Absolutely dropped. Dropped. Tommy, I have discovered something very personal about you, and I don't
know how to
quite
go
know
about telling me. Now, there you go again. You're
Well, it's hard to say in so many words. I mean,
you've used a lot of words. You've been telling me a lot of weird things. I don't know. Why don't we go somewhere else? The service is bad. It can't be possibly in that important.
Well,
I just don't. Let's go.
Oh, your pants are unzipped.
To just yell it out like that.
Well, I don't think we should discuss it. I think you should do something about it. I mean, why don't you fix it? Oh. Zippity-doo-dah.
Very funny.
Oh, that's very stupid of me. Did you fix it? Did you fix it?
Not yet. I think the cashier's looking at me.
No, she's not looking
Yes,
at
she
you.
is. I can tell.
No,
She's
nobody's-
laughing at me.
No, nobody's laughing.
She thinks it's funny.
No.
She's gonna tell everybody.
I think you just better stop it and get it fixed right now, because we just can't sit here and...
Janet! What a surprise! Well,
you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, listen, I want you to meet my wife, Carol. Carol, this is Janet.
Hello, Carol. How do you do?
Well, aren't you going to introduce us to your friend?
No. Oh, no.
Well, I get it. Gonna keep the lid on this one, huh?
Oh, no, no.
You can't keep something like that from us. Hi, I'm Frank Reynolds. Reynolds. Yes, this is Carol, my wife.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Please excuse us.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, I just want you to know that some of my best friends are, whatever's wrong with you.
Sometimes happens, you know.
Well, excuse us. Poor devil.
Guess what? I did it.
You fixed it?
Yeah, fixed
I
it.
didn't say you do it.
That's the whole object, man. You're not supposed to see
But I
something.
mean, how did you do it?
Well, when they came over and I stood up to shake hands like
Yeah.
this, you know, I just reached down and zip.
That's very clever of
Remember
you.
when you said zippity?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But, well, I mean, that's really very clever.
Very embarrassing, but I think it's
really all fixed.
It's all fixed. It's very clever. I mean,
You didn't mind my telling you anything.
Oh,
Because, I
absolutely
mean, I
not.
just didn't know what to do.
I'd like to see you again. You're a lot of fun, and we'll laugh about this a lot of times.
My stories, well, you know, I didn't know what to
Would you like to dance?
I'd love to.
Let's go.
Okay. What do we do now?
Oh, that's good. Waiter!
Would you like to place your order, sir?
Yes, I would.
And what would you like, sir?
This table.
This table, sir?
You heard me. This table.
Oh, I get it. Tablecloth in the zip-zip?
The cashier told you, didn't she? The cashier.
$75. Pay the cashier.
Let's go. That does happen. Now, this is something I'm very proud of. From his new album, my brother Dick Smothers sings the title song, Saturday Night at the World. It's a Saturday's night at the World. I am thinking about a girl and how useless to search it becomes when you seek all the answers in one. But her voice seemed to answer the echoing silence from yesterday's asking and waiting and listening for something resembling a song to be sung back to me. It's a Saturday's night at the World. I am thinking about a girl and how useless to search it becomes when you seek all the answers in one. But her eyes seemed quicksilver reflecting the prisms I kindled, uneclipsed by the darkness of loving's mirages that swindle the heart with a shadow of we. And her love seemed to offer a sojourn from endless beginnings, so I went spinning into her to love her, but found her one answer for loving and losing the same. It's a Saturday's night at the World. I am thinking about a girl and how useless to search it becomes when you seek all the answers in one.
In line with our policy of taking a stand on the pressing issues of the day, we now present another in our continuing series of editorials. Subject, Should Gambling Be Legalized? Here again, speaking for our program, is Mr. Patrick Paulson, Vice President.
Today, in many of our state capitals, there are various bills pending to legalize gambling. If we look into this issue, we will find many pros and cons. At the present time, with gambling illegal everywhere but in the Garden State of Nevada, all is confusion with courts, rest, worth, calories, part size going. However, many churches play bingo and raffles, but out of fear, many do not. Proper legislation will eliminate the confusion, and every good American will be able to gamble at the church of his choice. Now, to give the devil his due, there are large numbers of people who oppose gambling on moral grounds, and many of their arguments sound pretty convincing. But on closer inspection, we find that these same people are also opposed to robbery, blackmail, and murder. Some people will knock anything. I say, let there be no understanding of our position. As Benjamin Franklin once said, to gamble is but with the grudges and fanatical inadequacies without the pledges of fanatic finalities. But, as George Raff said, what does Benjamin Franklin know? In conclusion, and speaking as one who lost his car and his home and his wife in Las Vegas, I say, why shouldn't everyone have a chance for a fun weekend? Thank you, and I'd like to go now and remind you never to gamble because you could lose your shirt that way. Thank you.
If you wish a copy of the preceding editorial, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Editorial, Box 1763, Beverly Hills, California.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobbie Gentry singing Ode to Billy Joe.
Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Papa said to Mama as he passed around the black-eyed peas, Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres in the lower 40 I got to plow. Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe anyhow. Seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge. And now Billy Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Brother said he recollected when he and Tom and Billy Joe put a frog down the back at the Carroll County Picture Show. And wasn't I talking to him after church last Sunday night? I'll have another piece of apple pie. You know it don't seem right. I saw him at the sawmill yesterday on Choctaw Ridge. And now you tell me Billy Joe's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Mama said to me, child, what's happened to your appetite? Well, I've been cooking all morning and you haven't touched a single bite. That nice young preacher, Brother Taylor, dropped by today. Said he'd be pleased to have dinner on Sunday. Oh, by the way, he said he saw a girl that looked a lot like you up on Choctaw Ridge. And she and Billy Joe was throwing something off the Tallahatchie Bridge. A year has come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. Brother married Becky Thompson. They bought a store in Tupelo. There was a virus going round, Papa caught it and he died last spring. Now Mama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And me, I spend a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge. Drop them into the muddy water of the Tallahatchie Bridge.
My brother sang a song earlier in the show from his newly recorded album, and now I'd like to sing a song from my newly unrecorded album. I won't use the orchestra and everything. This is a pretty heavy...
Well, go ahead and sing it, Tommy. Since it's unrecorded, it doesn't matter.
It's from my album, new album. Oh, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. Here is... Guess I'm a cookie jar.
Stay tuned for more exciting songs and comedy on the second half of the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
Oh,
30 years, this man you see playing the banjo has been crisscrossing back and forth across our country, singing songs old and new, for all shapes and sizes of people, and getting them to sing with him. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Pete Seeger.
Thank you for giving me a wonderful audience to sing with.
Well, they started off a little slow. I was watching them. I spotted a couple of deadbeats over there. Maintaining their dignity, as you said. Pete, you didn't mention, I think, but Pete wrote Turn, 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 which, you know, the Byrds had that big hit on.
Not the lyrics. That was the Ecclesiastes.
But you wrote all the music part of it. And that's the writing of music. Isn't that right? And also, If I Had a Hammer. I'd like to ask Pete a question. And it's like a pretty broad question. What is actually a folk song?
Well, if you use the word, I suppose you'd know what it is. But I've heard so many definitions, I'm dizzy. I'm no expert. Big Bill Brunsey, the blues singer, used to say, Pete, it must be a folk song. I never heard horses sing it.
It's great being a straight man. You gonna do that song now? There was a story you were telling us about if I remember,
I tell too many stories.
You're not gonna mention that iguana thing, or where it was? About the Fisher boat?
No, I think I'll just let the song stand on its own 2 feet. You know, a song can mean 1,000 different things to different people. And when people ask me, what does a song mean? I said, whatever it means to you, it means. But I'm not going to tell you what it means to me, because that's it might mean I might destroy your illusions.
I was destroyed about a year ago. See you later.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Girls have picked them, every one. When will you ever learn? When will you ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Taken husbands, everyone. When will you ever learn? When will you ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? They're all in uniform. Oh, when will we ever learn? When will we ever learn? Back about 60 miles from where I live in the Hudson Valley is a big city. And on 59th Street and 7th Avenue, the old statue of the fellow that wrote the words of this next song. Jose Marti, 1895. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. hombre sincero, de donde crece las palmas, y antes de morir me quiero echar mis versos del alma. Guantanamera, Guaira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guaira Guantanamera. Hey, no sense in me singing it all by myself. Let me teach it to you. Even if you never sang a note of Spanish, you can get those two words. Guantanamera. Repeat it. Guantanamera. Now you know half of the chorus. Guajira. Guajira. Now you know the whole chorus. Sing it. Guantanamera. Guajira, Guantanamera. Oh, sing it out. Guantanamera. Guajira, Guantanamera. Mi verso es de un verde claro y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es de un verde claro y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es un ciervo herido que busca en el monte amparo. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. El arroyo de la sierra me complace más que el mar. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Oh, sing it out. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. One more time. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Your land, this land is my land. California to the New York Harbor, the redwood forest from the red to the Gulf Stream waters, the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and I rambled and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, while all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. Sing out now. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York, from the redwood forest, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, the Gulf Stream waters.
The Smothers Brothers Corporation presents an SBC report, the story of a dropout.
Today, the government is investing millions of dollars to get a better understanding of the widespread problem of the high school dropout. Tonight, we will study a typical case history. We want to get to know a dropout. Who is he? What made him that way? And how can we get him back into the classroom? This young man is Frankie Dillon. Frankie Dillon is an ordinary boy like anyone in any neighborhood.
Maybe quite a bit dumber. Obviously not too good looking, and not so strangely, not at all popular. Last year, this young man, at the tender age of 21, walked out of high school, a dropout. The pool room became his way of life. He lived, slept, and ate pool. Frankie, when did you become a dropout?
Huh?
I said, when did you become a dropout?
Dropout?
Yes. Can I rephrase the question?
It was January or July. I know it because it was a J month.
Another question, Frankie. Was this a premeditated action?
Oh, I couldn't say that it was a medicated action. It's like, man, you got to go where it's happening.
I see, and it wasn't happening in English, math, or science.
That's right, man. I mean, well, it happened once in a while at recess. But I don't know, man. School is for teachers, and so I thought I'd just cut out. So.
Frankie, you must have some ambition. Now, everyone has someone they look up to. Now, who do you admire? Let me say, who in this world exemplifies to you the things that are really worthwhile?
Oh, well, I have to say, Anne Margaret, man, she's where it's at.
Yes, this is Frankie Dillon, a dropout. But why? Who let him down? What went wrong? For the answer, we visited the school Frankie attended, Schlepper High School. A school not unlike many in our great land, understaffed and overcrowded. And this is his 12th grade teacher, Ruth Claridge. Hello there, Miss Claridge.
Oh, hello there.
Tell me, do you remember teaching Frankie Dillon?
Frankie Dillon, it isn't easy, you know. I have 70 students in my class. 40 sit and 30 kind of mill around. Let's see, Frankie Dillon, he was one of the millers.
Mm-hmm. Well, wouldn't it be better if each student had his own seat?
Well, I suppose so. But then you know Governor Reagan.
Yes, I do know Governor Reagan.
Well, he says any student who really wants a seat can always get a loan.
Well, that's very interesting, Miss Claridge. But getting back to Frankie Dillon, did you have any particular trouble with him?
Trouble? Oh, no, only the usual. Well, he did get a little fresh on the second date.
Do you mean you actually became familiar with a pupil?
Well, only at recess. That's where it's happening. Oh, Mr. Smothers, I'd like you to meet the man who's an inspiration to all of us, Mr. Phillips, our principal.
Welcome to Slipper High. Slipper, rah-rah-rah, slipper, rah-rah-rah, slipper. Just wanted to throw in a little school spirit.
Tell me, Mr. Phillips, have dropouts always been a problem here at Schlepper High?
Yes, every year we seem to lose 300 or 400 dropouts.
Well, what happened to Frankie Dillon? Sir, why did he lose interest?
I don't know. You know, Frankie wasn't a bad boy. He gave us a few uncomfortable moments. Like the day he locked all the bathrooms. We were uptight about that for a while. All in all, I only had to punish him once. Suspended him for 3 days.
Well, what did he do, sir?
He kidnapped me. Well, rascal. Oh, there's the bell. I gotta go now. Recess, you know, that's where it's happening. Oh, Miss Claridge.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the school.
That's the school, but loyal, dedicated teachers apparently are not enough. If we are to understand the Frankie Dillons of America, then we must look to the home. Unfortunately, many times the parents are not aware to the full extent, the full extent of the problem. Now, the news that Frankie had dropped out of school came as a complete shock to his loving parents.
What? Our little Frankie dropped out of school? That little rascal. Oh, I'll tell his father. Isn't that the way? The parents are always the last to know. Goodbye. Elroy! Elroy!
Shut up, I'm reading a comic.
Well, get in here. I got something to tell you.
Okay, Big Mouth, what is it this time?
Frankie dropped out of school, and it's all your fault.
My fault?
Yes, your fault.
What do you mean, my fault?
Because you didn't pay him no attention.
What's that got to do with it? Nobody ever gave me any attention when I was a kid. Look how I turned out.
Yeah, there he is, Nelson Rockabilly.
Oh, that was very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. That's what it is. It's not funny. It's a nightmare. How can I ever face my Mahjong club?
That's you. That's you. Always thinking of yourself first. I'll be the laughing stock at the American Legion.
Elroy, where did we go wrong? We gave him the best years of our lives.
Who knows? Who can tell about these things? How does a bum like him come from a fine family environment like this?
Yes. How indeed does a bum come out of a fine family environment like this? But this family was luckier than most. Once in a while, the miracle happens. Someone reaches through to one of these dropouts and gets him back on the track again. Fortunately, this happened to Frankie Dillon. He did return to high school, and he is now enrolled at a university. This is Frankie Dillon today.
X over y times the square root of the hypotenuse to the 8th power. Mater pater.
So you're back in school again, Frankie?
Oh, yes, sir, and I'm staying here. I finally see the value of going to school.
And this is the man who got through to him. Tell me, sir, are you Frankie's minister?
No, I'm not.
Well, are you his doctor?
No.
His psychiatrist?
No, I'm head of his draft board. Well, that's our first show of the season, and we want to thank Janet Leigh, Pete Seeger, and Bobbie Gentry for making it a very special event for us.
Yeah, we had a great time, and we do thank them very much. Now, we're running a little late, so all we have time for is to say good night, and thank you for all being with us.
What about us telling about who's going to be our guest next week?
Oh, yeah, we better do that. We better do that. Our guest next week will be George Burns and the Hermans.
Yes.
Right. And so we have to say good night. So
yeah, but I don't we have time for me to
don't
we have time for me to say something stupid, you know?
No, we do not have time for you to say something stupid.
What a way to start the season.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
This is Roger Carroll speaking.